10 years ago, we lived through some of the most intense paranormal activity imaginable. That led us to research haunted locations, supernatural beings. What's on the wall over there? And all different types of paranormal activity. Oh! What we discovered, the South Coast is wickedly haunted. Hi, welcome to Wickedly Haunted. It's a Friday night. We're super excited. I'm Todd.
I'm Marissa.
I'm Brandon.
We got a big investigation tomorrow that we're going to let you guys know about tonight. We're going to be investigating the USS Salem, docked in Quincy, Massachusetts. It's a floating museum now, but they do paranormal investigations there. Normally, there would be 20 other investigators on the ship making a ruckus. Really, you wouldn't even be able to trust the evidence, right, guys?
Yeah, I know, but we got it to ourselves.
We did get it to ourselves, thanks to Mr. John D. Cristofano, who runs the ship there. He's the paranormal commander. He's given us full access to the ship for the night by ourselves. 700 feet of haunted naval ship with just the three of us. Plus, we're bringing in a friend of mine, an old college buddy who wants to check it out, Tony. It's going to be his first investigation, so that should be fun too, right, guys? Remember your first investigation? Yeah. So he's going to be joining us for that. And it's described as a floating city, over 90 recorded deaths, all of them traumatic. The energy released during some of those deaths, like there was an explosion at a nearby ship that I believe 9 sailors were brought over and perished from their burns. One of them is actually called the Burning Man.
The Burning Man.
The Burning Man is a notorious spirit there.
I'm going to see the Burning Man.
Well, when he shows up, you'll smell burning flesh, and the room actually gets hot instead of cold, so it should be interesting. I'm sending Marissa to whatever location the Burning Man is, because we're going to be doing solo investigations for you guys. We're going to raise that fear level up and see what's going to occur out of it. Everybody's going to be in a pitch black room on the ship. The camera's going to be in the corner shooting in night vision, and the person's not really going to be able to see. We're each going to have our own experiments to do during that time, and it's going to be awesome. I'm actually looking forward to my solo. I want to go to the most haunted place on the ship. I don't even care, the surgical room, whatever it is. But tonight, we have a very special episode for you tonight. The last few investigations we've done, especially to help people, we've continually run into these entities that are calling themselves demonic. Now, I know everybody's familiar with the term demonic entity, but I know not everybody's familiar with what that actually means, besides the supernatural being that's a half goat man, horns coming out. So we're going to break that down for you tonight, and we have some video clips to go along with it. Now, there's 2 schools of thought when it comes to demons. You have the supernatural creature that was an angel that was led by Lucifer, who tried to take over heaven. God basically beat their butts, cast them down into hell, where they became demons. Now, according to the Bible, they got to keep their angel powers as demons, okay? And they live by one rule, and that is their hatred for God and everything he's created, i.e. us, okay? They live for one thing, and that is destroying all of God's creations, no matter what it is, okay? The other school of thought is that demons are people who were evil in life. They don't get a light to go to when they pass. They're stuck on this earthly plane, and the longer they're here, the more they descend into almost what's like not a light, but a darkness.
Yeah, the more evil they become, the longer they're here.
Correct.
The further
Terrorizing people.
Yeah, so the more they descend into the darkness, the more they lose all sense of humanity, all sense of that spirit that they were born with, that soul, and the more they transform into these demonic creatures until there's nothing recognizable from their human form.
Right.
Then they become full demonic, okay? And in that school of thought, they even give up their name, Brandon, Marissa, and they take on a freaky demonic name, right? Whoever heard of a demon named Steve, right? So they take on these names, they become demons. Now, at Relatively Paranormal, we have discussed this at length over the years, okay? We believe there's both. Okay. We believe that in the supernatural being. We do have a good faith here. That's what we help people out with. And we believe there's both. So we do believe that there are the fallen angels, but we also believe that these human people that become demonic creatures are on a little bit of a lower level. There's almost like a hierarchy where you have Satan, you have these demons that were the fallen angels, and then you have these other people that transform into demons, and they're kind of like the minions. These are the shadow figures that people see in their homes, where maybe they're not throwing a refrigerator across the room at you like a demon could do, but they're scratching people, they're attacking people, they can move objects. They're certainly stronger than a normal spirit, okay, because that's what they obtain as it goes along, okay? So in our two schools of thought, there are both. Now, unfortunately, what we've come across as well is either one of these creatures, when they come into a haunted location or they're at a haunted location, if there are other spirits there, they bully the other spirits and make them do their bidding, whether they want to or not. And that's kind of sad, because to us, it's hard to differentiate what is what.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because we'll be talking to somebody who seems like a normal spirit, and then if we sense something, or maybe you've heard something from the client, and we want to test that out, maybe with a little religious provocation, like you've heard us do, all of a sudden the mood changes, and that nice spirit that had a regular normal name is all of a sudden calling itself demon, quoting Satan, saying it wants to kill our family, stuff like that.
And we've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's hard. It really is hard to tell. You know, these demonic creatures, either one of them, they have what's called preternatural knowledge, which means they know pretty much everything.
The past,
Okay.
they know the future.
Sounds freaky, I understand, but it's legit because we've come across it. And we believe they have, the best way for us to break this down for you is a demonic network that we call www.demonnetwork.com.
They're all connected.
Okay, they're all connected, yes.
You talked about.
Where if one knows you, they all know you. Now, in our work over the years of helping out local residents in these hauntings and doing these clearings, they've come to know our names. Now, when I introduce us you've seen it on the shows, I say, Todd, with Marissa, it's our best friend Brandon. Okay, we're here to help out so-and-so. We want to talk to you. I don't say Todd Sylvia.
Don't share last names. Right.
Okay, we do not share last names, but in the last couple of investigations, I've been called Todd Sylvia, okay, out of nowhere.
Right.
And right away,
how do we know
that right there is a sign, that and the fact that it said it wanted to kill me and rip my head off or
That's
something
nothing to
like
do
that.
with it,
So when we're also investigating and we have our incredible Vortex Spirit Box, which is basically nonstop chatter from the spirits, demons, whoever it is, at times, what you'll get is 2-3 of these spirits talking over each other. Now, in these clips tonight, what I want you to pay attention for is the demons talking to the human spirits. The human spirits a couple times will ask us for help, and they're told to shut up. They're shushed. They're told to not interact with us. Don't. If we say, "Oh, can you please do this?" They'll say, "Don't do that." I really want you to listen to that tonight, because you will definitely notice a difference between the demonic voices and the human voices and what's being said, and they're being talked over. Like a human spirit will start to talk and say, "Marissa, please help." And in the middle of the sentence, you'll hear, "Shut up! Don't talk to her. I'll kill her," whatever. There really is a difference. The other thing with the demonic voices is they sound human, but not quite human. They kind of have a mechanical vibe to them. If you think about it, I don't believe that an angel fallen down, whether they have preternatural knowledge or not, has an English-speaking voice. So I think they just try to mimic a human voice the best way they can, and it comes off as kind of phony.
Do you have the mimic on here?
There is, yes. There's a couple of times in this. It mimics Marissa once, and it mimics me once, I believe, but it definitely mimics Marissa. She says something, and you'll hear a voice. I believe I put it in the subtitles, and it's not her voice.
That's so creepy.
Oh, it does mimic. It mimics me because I'm not talking.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the flashlight, and you hear my voice say something else. It says the F word, but it's not me saying the F word. It's the demon. because I'm talking about turning on a flashlight at the exact same time. But you're gonna hear my voice say the F word, but it's not me. I don't swear on episodes anymore. I'm trying to make them more family friendly. So right now, I want to roll clip one. We had just gotten to the hotel room. We tried to investigate the graveyard next door, one of our favorite places, Burial Hill, but it was ice cold. It was like 10 below. So we came back very quickly. And real quick, just to let you know, we had left a camera running in the room while we were gone, and it got no evidence at all. So no orbs, no nothing. So as far as dust or anything, the orbs you're about to see did not show up on the camera that sat there for an hour while we were out of the room. We went through the whole camera. I got the video, so if somebody wants to comment and say it's dust or whatever, I got a video showing the room for an hour with no dust, no orbs or anything. And you're going to see some freaky orbs, including two that follow me out of the room, okay, when I go out into the hallway to call all spirits in the hotel to come to our room. So let's roll clip number one. You're going to see some awesome communication. I really want you to listen in for the differences of the voices once the demons come in towards the end of the clip. The hour, we tried to brave the cold next door at Burial Hill Cemetery. We left a static night vision camera running in this room. During that time, not one single orb was seen in this room. We have the video to prove it. Now, we have been back for only a few minutes, and they're seen all over the place, just like the one that just flew behind my back moments ago. It's incredible that when we're not here, nothing happens orb-wise, and now you can see they're flying all over the place. I'm not sure how these other things can set it. This is the thing.
Test it out.
So hold on a second. Listen. Any spirits, any ghosts, any entities on this floor in this building. We have energy for you, and we have devices to communicate with you. Please come to room 309 if you want energy and you want to hear your voice and you want to communicate, you have a message. Does that thing unlock automatically?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that everything.
Let me turn on this SLS. Any ghosts, entities, spirits, dead people that are in this room right now, I'm going to turn on these blue sticks in my hand. All you have to do is twist the end of this, and it will turn a light on that will give us a sign of your presence. Just turn the end of the stick, and you can twist it on and off, and we can ask you yes and no questions. So, if you understand, and you want us to know you're here, and you want to answer questions, was that you? Can you turn that light off, please, if that was you? Can you twist it the other way? If that's you, or can you turn this one on? Can you turn that light off? Just twist the stick the other way, and it will turn off. Is that you? Yes, thank you. Look, both flashlights. We got both flashlights going. Thank you.
Light on.
Thank you, yes.
Wait,
Thank you. You're finished setting up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, they were still going off. It was going off before we walked
Can
over
you
here.
shut the light off so I can ask you a question? Go ahead, shut it off, and we'll ask you. Thank you. Do you, if you stay in this room all the time, turn that light on. Ready? We're gonna turn the light on for yes and turn the light off for no. Do you have those lights, Brandon?
Is this thing done? Is this
Can you turn both lights off? Stupid things are the lights.
Do you mean Sammy?
Kill you? Why'd you say kill you?
Sam?
Right, hold on.
Damon.
Damon? Again? Is it Damon? Is that what you said? Damon, I thought you said.
So this is
Who are you?
I didn't take a drink.
I can't believe it killed the battery. That's crazy.
Are you here with us right now?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. What year were you born? What year did you pass away?
an angle.
What's your name? Can you tell us your name? Yes, you can. Look, here's the flashlight again. Can you use the flashlight?
No, I thought we just stopped recording. God.
Go ahead, turn off the flashlight. Go ahead, can you turn that off? Again? Yep, there we go. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, can you say what your name is again?
Demon? Again? Listen, we come here in peace to communicate with you, to give you a voice.
Okay. Next.
Did it say thanks? You're welcome. It did, see? Do you stay in this hotel? Oh, look. Excellent. Okay. Turn off the light and I can ask you a question. Do you hang out in this room in particular?
Daniel. Is your name Daniel? Daniel, not
Help
Daniel.
us. What do you need for help?
Please.
Yeah, there's 2 flashlights too. Listen. Stop for a second, listen.
Shut up, you have to stop talking.
Okay.
You have to stop.
You can, I'm just telling you can confirm your answers if we don't hear you properly with the flashlight, okay? Banging, right? Thank you.
As soon as you turn the off one right to your fingers when you hook that.
Okay, so I got the name Daniel. Is your name Daniel? My name's Marissa. Okay. How did you die?
Oh, did you just touch this? Can you touch this?
Oh, there's something on your back.
You like the energy? Yes? Excellent. Die, demon. Leave? Did you just call me a jerk?
Just don't, no, just in Marissa. Leave Marissa.
Listen, we're not gonna leave. This is our room. Wow. See?
So they were fans of us.
Yeah, they loved us. So as you can see, in a relatively short amount of time, they didn't really try to trick us there. Demons are known to try to trick humans into like trusting them, letting them in, inviting them in by pretending to be the spirits of a child per se. Every time I hear somebody tell me they think there's a little girl spirit in their house, I start, like, the bells start going off, the warning bells, because a lot of times that's a demon. And they didn't really try to trick us there. All of a sudden it just came right out, demon this, demon that, demon this, demon that. Now, some of the history of that location of the John Carver Inn is that there was a medical school there during the Revolutionary War, and the students decided they were going to go to the next door cemetery and dig up bodies, cadavers, to learn on surgeries, to experiment on, and they basically cut up bodies, used them for medical research, and then just chucked out the parts. What they're doing is illegal. They'd probably be hung for it. So they weren't going to bury the bodies after. So if you want to talk about a good way to start a haunting, go take a couple hundred bodies out of a graveyard and desecrate them. So you're going to see, exactly how that affected them on the next clip. What does that say? Lily's boarding house?
Yeah, they can't wait. We're
Yeah, that's
excited,
coming
too.
up in a few weeks. That's going to be great. So as you can see, the demons popped right in. And they start saying nasty stuff, and I'm sure you can tell the difference. Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. So we're going to go over the main reason why demons are here. Their main goal is, again, to destroy human life, to make your life miserable. And in the end, they want to possess you and make you do evil stuff. Marissa and I have even talked at this at length. I don't know what you think about it, Brandon. Like when you see somebody who's like, seems like a decent person, and all of a sudden they go out and kill a bunch of people, or whatever, they're murdering people, and the neighbor's like, he was such a nice guy, brought in my groceries, and he was a good boy. I knew him his whole life. And the last few months, he said something happened, and he started changing. But these are not the people who hide it. I'm talking about people who changed, the people who really knew him. And then they go out and do some evil stuff. Marissa and I think that some of those people may be possessed.
And there's been questions of that, like you watching like about serial killers and things like that. And I just seen something where they said the guy was helping his neighbors and doing all these nice things. What made him snap out of nowhere is a mystery.
Well, if you've seen the Amityville Horror, we all know about the haunted house, but Ronnie DeFeo, the son, I think he was a young adult in his early 20s. He had some issues with substance abuse and whatnot, and sometimes that will open you up to demonic forces if they're around, because they know that your body's weak, your mind's weak at that time.
Easy target.
You're easy target to them. And he killed his entire family. Now, it's one thing, I guess he had problems with the father and the mother, and that's evil enough to kill your parents. But he killed his brothers and sisters who he supposedly really loved. Like that's some really evil stuff right there. That's really, like, if you watch any of the documentaries or even the movie, I think they might show it in the beginning, what he did was really evil. And he said he was possessed by a demonic entity. And then when the Lutzes moved in, they actually found a room underneath the staircase that was painted all red, and I think it had like a pentagram. And I think the kid may have been like, maybe even doing drugs and got into Satanism somehow and conjured something up, and that's what happens. Now, it's also a little known fact that yes, you actually can make a deal with the devil. I think maybe even some rock stars that maybe got famous out of nowhere and then were dead within a decade of stardom, may have made it a deal with the devil. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're singing about it. I mean, it could just be for an act, but who knows? But if you make a deal with the devil, he will pay off on it, but he comes to collect your soul a lot sooner than you think. And that usually manifests itself in the form of a demonic possession, because once you're dead, then the contract is fulfilled. Okay, so he doesn't want to wait around for that forever. The devil will come calling. And I've read a lot of the books by the Warrens, who, Marissa and I, we're not only big fans of it, but we kind of idolize them. They're like the godfathers of paranormal investigating. And Ed Warren was a demonologist, and I read his book, The Demonologist. I've read, over to the left, about 10 of his books. And, he gives a lot of good information about demons, and they truly are evil creatures. But before we go to the next clip, we're going to give you the stages of possession from demonic entities. It can mimic mental illness on a lot of levels, which actually benefits the devil in a lot of ways, because his best weapon is you not believing in him. Okay, because when people don't believe, then the people who are being affected by this cannot get help. They can't, because nobody's going to believe them. Okay. The other thing is, if you're playing it off as something else that it's not, you move into a house, there's scratching, there's banging in the walls, you think it's mice, things are being thrown, moved, whatever. You're going to play it off if you don't believe in it until it's too late. So we're going to give you signs of demonic possession, and sign 1 is called infestation. It's basically like your typical haunted house stuff that I just spoke about: banging, scratching. 3 knocks a lot.
Consecutive 3 knocks.
3 scratches.
Foul odors that move around the house.
Sulfur and feces, and
feces, rotting flesh. You'll think it's a dead animal in the wall or whatever.
Objects might move. Things might go missing.
The intent is to scare you, to let you know that they're there. Because they also feed off your fear and negative energy as well, stuff like that. The next phase is called oppression, and that's basically when they start attacking you and breaking down you as a person. Nightmares, they don't want you to sleep, they'll try to keep you up all night. Attacks, scratches, they will mark you. People get scratched on investigations a lot. You're being marked. And then all of a sudden they're having nightmares. Then all of a sudden wild stuff's happening in their house. That's why we protect ourselves on investigations. Okay. Illness, depression, anger. Again, things that mimic, mental illness or normal things. Rage out of nowhere, stuff like that. Basically, they start breaking you down as a human being. Stage 3 is called obsession. The person becomes obsessed with the fact that they start to think that they're being possessed by a demon. All they think about is demons and the devil and evil stuff and things like that. And that's when you're getting close, to the end, and you start basically giving in to all this torment that's going on around you. In any documentary I've seen, by the time somebody gets to this point, they're like,
And they give up.
they're ready to be thrown in the towel anyway, because they're like years into this torment. Like, it's nonstop. Like, they work on you and break you down. And the point is, because by the time when you get to the possession part, you're just ready to give in and give control over to the demon. Now, no demon, no matter where you are in any stage, can take away your free will. That does not exist. But if you give in to them and invite them into that, that's a different story. Okay? Signs of possession are many signs of possession. You have unnatural knowledge, the preternatural knowledge, people who know the future, stuff like that. You have people who can speak in tongues, speak in dead languages, Latin, things they don't know.
They never knew.
Contortions of the body that are just unnatural can happen. Somebody flips around on their back and crawls around a spider on their hands.
That kid who climbed up the wall. From that demon, the other demon.
Superhuman strength.
Black eyes.
A tiny woman of 90 pounds throwing 4 men across the room trying to hold her down, when she's freaking out.
Has happened.
Of course. Blasphemy. With a priest in the room screaming blasphemous things about God and stuff like that. The list goes on and on and on. But again, it mimics mental illness. So it's hard to discern. That's why you have to look out for these signs. So hopefully nobody here is dealing with that. If you are, we are happy to help. If you're experiencing any paranormal activity at all, and you would like Relatively Paranormal to come and investigate, we can be reached through our email, relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. And we also have a website, relativelyparanormal.com. Nice and easy. It does have a booking form on the last page that you can fill out and put some basic information in there, and we will call you very quickly. We always call people back right away. Even if we can't come the next day or whatever, we'll schedule something as soon as possible. We're here to help. Our motto is we don't judge, we don't charge, we just help. We also have a Facebook page if you're interested in the paranormal, and we put updates about upcoming events, short clips on there. It's Relatively Paranormal. It's on Facebook. And we have an awesome YouTube channel. We put all of our best evidence clips. We put our full investigation videos on there. If you like paranormal evidence, it's the place to go. All three of us love paranormal investigation shows, and all three of us watch it for one reason. It's not to watch guys walk around going, "Are you here? Hello?" Talking to the air. It's to watch the evidence. We want to see the full body apparition. We want to see the wild evidence. And we got the wild evidence. We got the wild evidence because we've done a decade of research, and we have found different techniques that work, that bring the spirits and the entities out, and they engage with us in a non-stop fashion. So if you like that type of thing, Relatively Paranormal, our YouTube channel. While you're there, please just take 1 second to click that subscribe button. That's all we ask. If you want notifications about upcoming videos, and we got some great ones that I'm working on right now, just click the bell icon and you will get notifications. If you do not want to be bothered with notifications, just click subscribe and you will not be bothered. Okay? You'll just be subscribing to the channel and you can check out the videos. The videos are free. We don't charge for them. Enjoy. That's why we put them on there to begin with. Entertainment, of course, to educate about the paranormal, and to let people know that you are not alone, that help is available. Marissa and I were tormented for 3 years in a very haunted location about a decade ago, and we did not know where to get help. We never got help. We started researching and found ways to help ourselves. We live in a haunted house right now. We are filming in a haunted location. This show is filmed in a haunted house, believe it or not. And we've handled the haunting here very well. One spirit's very benign, one spirit's a little nasty. We deal with both of them very well. So there's a huge difference, between the two locations. So we're going to roll into clip number 2 right now, where things get a little bit heavier. And again, please pay attention to the difference in the voices and what's being said, and see if you can pick out what's the human spirits and what's the demons and what's being said, because I put the subtitles on from what I can directly hear. I don't edit them in any way, but sometimes I'll hear voices under voices under voices. If I put voice 1 and voice 2, it's because 2 spirits are talking together and I can hear it, but sometimes I can hear even more layers below that.
Yeah.
So see if you can hear that. And if you notice any evidence that I didn't put on there, please comment or put it on one of our pages, and I'll check out what you find too. Listen, I review a lot of evidence, so I can't catch it all. So, you know, I love engaging with people who find extra things that I didn't. So check it out. Clip number 2.
Turn on the light. Is there a demon in here?
Okay, it's on the wall. It was on top and it just took off to the
Look.
ceiling.
Okay. Turn on the light if the demon followed us from the graveyard.
Look at
No.
you see it, Brandon? You see it?
Jesus, stretching out.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on the light. Is the demon always in the hotel? Turn on the light if it's always here. No?
Did you guys close out at the cemetery?
Yes. Okay. So turn off the light if the demon's always in the hotel. Is it always in the hotel? Turn off the light. There's 2 lights on.
Whoa. Todd, whatever this thing is, it keeps jumping on you and jumping off you.
Okay. Who's jumping up? Can I ask you a question? Is it miserable being dead?
Sacrilege.
Sacrilege.
Are we getting any answers?
Okay, do me a favor. Demons. Can you turn off the light if it's miserable being dead and stuck here? Turn off the light if it sucks being a ghost. No. Okay.
It's not sharing any with us.
Do you need help going to the light?
Are you standing over there by the nightstand? Yes. Found out an answer.
Oh, you got something?
I got a yes.
Did you get something on that?
No.
This replay of what just happened. One orb flies directly into the flashlights, while a huge bright orb flies out of the spirit box.
Me.
No, I don't know. There's been something on you and then it jumps off you.
Try to.
You're gonna trip over this. Dude, seriously?
There's a cord right here.
What the hell is like, guys? What to tell?
Try to come over here. So you can stand closer and map this.
Alright, there's something on the ceiling right over there. There's something on the wall.
That's not. Who's on the wall?
You?
Let me ask you. They see a ghost in here in that chair over there. Is that spirit here, the one who's seen in that chair?
Is anything popping up on the thermal?
Yeah.
What, you mean, really?
I don't know. Is it supposed to be that yellow?
Yeah, that means that it's like warm.
Because you can see the box right here. Look how
Yeah,
big
that's
it
over by the chair.
is. You see it?
Yeah.
Say your name, Marissa.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh my god, you've got
It's
something
getting
over by
bigger.
the chair. It is.
Because you can see the box right here.
It
Look
said
right
it's
in the
a ghost.
It's a ghost? Are you sitting over on the chair?
It's the same color as you guys when I've been scanning it.
I am.
What's that?
Watch Todd,
Did you
come
see a
in.
little
That's
wolf dude
Todd.
right there?
That's Todd. Watch Todd, come in. Like, go towards the box.
Which one?
I just want us to compare the colors of you and the corner. And nobody's right in front of the spirit.
Oh,
box,
wait,
I'm
look,
sorry.
no, it's definitely 2 spirits, because there's Todd and another spirit.
Yeah.
Finally, I got 2
Oh,
figures.
Where is it? Which side of me? This side or this
The
side?
left.
This side?
Here in front of the window to the right of you. Your right.
This side?
No, the other side.
That's my left.
No, you're right.
This side?
You're right. Which one's your right hand side?
It's not dark in here. That dark in here, bro.
Which is your right hand?
I pointed to the side 3
Yes,
times.
that
You said
side.
no.
That
Okay.
side.
Is he still there?
Yeah? It's on the ground. It looks like a spider.
Can you wave your hand? Can you wave at me?
You don't got nothing on the bed by the pillow, right?
This?
No, yeah. Like, towards the headrest.
Oh my god, what is this thing? It's so creepy.
There's a jacket there.
It's the same color as you.
Right here?
No.
Who's
Yep,
over,
reach over.
who's over your
Keep
bed
going.
window?
This?
Keep going up. Keep going.
It's you?
Yep.
Yes.
Now you put your hand down. Straight down. Yep. Wow.
It's the same color.
Yeah. It's like on the pillow.
Is somebody right here?
So, yeah.
You see it? See how it's orange right there? And I got the target right on it.
Is there a spirit right here?
I got some sort of spider.
Yes.
Oh crap, hold
You
on.
hear
I
it?
lost it.
Listen. Is there a spirit right here? Sitting on the bed? Yes. And the light went on.
It's incredible visual and audio evidence that corroborate each other. First of all, you can see the pillow on the screen is clearly much warmer, almost the same color as my body temperature than the rest of the bed. There was no reason for this, as we had just come back from the graveyard and nobody had laid on that bed yet. The other thing is that when asked if it was a spirit laying on the bed, not once but twice the spirits through the Vortex spirit box said yes, yes there is. Astounding evidence that both corroborate each other.
Are all 3 human spirits? Light went on, okay. Look, full flashlight. This is crazy. This place is crazy. Alright, so how many demons are in here?
It's a gateway. The portal. There's a portal in here?
We ripped open a portal again.
There's something crazy going on here, but a portal or a vortex or something like that, a gateway, would explain the high number of spirits, demons, and other entities coming in and out of this room all night. I honestly can't believe that one hotel room could ever be so active, even though I did call out into the hallway for any spirits in the building to come join us in room 309.
Is your family also buried at Burial Hill?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Did you die before or after 1900?
Where is the demon in this room? Is the demon here? Here?
Yes. John. Is your name John? What is that over there? What is that? Do you see that? What the fuck is that? There's nothing on the bed. What is that?
It looks like somebody's laying there. Is something laying in the bed?
Look at the handprints. Where is that shooting at?
I don't
The
know.
demon is?
Yeah, because that's the box.
There's the box right there.
Yeah.
That's beside it.
It's telling you, listen. Is that, stop for a second. Is the demon laying in the bed? The light went on.
Yeah. Look at how hot it is right there.
Hi Todd, that was crazy. Okay, demon. Demon, what's your name? Kill you? Is that what it said?
Look at, doesn't it look like 2 heads to like 2 spirits right here? Because what else? It's like round right there. What else would that be?
It's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if it's dark, it'd be like.
Hey,
oh,
demon, demon, why are you such a coward? I'll kill you. Listen, you can't do shit. You heard me.
Oh my gosh, look at the footprints.
It's on the floor?
Yeah.
Dad, who's
Look, there's
that?
another one. Dad. To the flashlight. Huh? Look at you, see it?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody walks over there?
No, no, it's over there.
Oh,
Yeah. They're like right there, right with the two flashlights, and then the flashlights are orange.
oh,
Heaps.
Can you make one of my devices go off that I showed you? Let's just say f***. Now look. The first thing. Yes. I know you know my name. Come on, do something.
I was so excited about them knowing my name. Our theory is that once demonic entities know you because you're helping people out, you're cleansing houses, you're getting rid of them and clearing them out of places where they're tormenting people, that it's kind of like a worldwide web of demons and that they all know you. Now, when I introduced myself tonight, I said Todd. I never gave my last name, yet here it is a couple hours into the investigation and the demon drops my full name. He says, F you, Todd Sylvia. It's totally incredible, and that's why I got so excited. It just proves that one of our theories is probably true, because I can't think of any other way why this entity would know my full name.
Did some of you get brought over? Did some of you get brought over here by the medical students? Were your graves robbed? I have these on. Thank you. Did any of you end up here because your grave was robbed and your body desecrated?
yes.
Yes. How many ended up here because, how many had their grave robbed?
Is it 10?
4. Were you at rest before then?
Where are they?
Where are they? I heard that too.
But your bodies?
That was odd. Wow.
That was good.
So, just so you know, I don't know, I guess there was a comment about an AC in the window. Maybe that's some sort of comment to dust. So, I'll explain the whole thing again real quick. Dust looks like snow. You'll see a ton of it floating around. It follows the air patterns in the room. It doesn't have any intention, motion, no intelligence about it. It's not flashing. It doesn't have its own light source. It's not transparent. It's a solid object. It's dust. It's not the size of a softball. It's not the size of a basketball. It's not the size of a golf ball or a baseball. It's the size of a crumb. And on an IR camera, it looks like snow falling around, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When we're in basements, we're very skeptical about everything. I even get into arguments with Marissa a lot about evidence because I only want the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
A lot, yes, because I only want the best stuff, okay? And one of the things that we do that most paranormal investigators don't do is we litter the location with scientific things like the FLIR camera that you just saw that tests heat, like the SLS camera that can see forms using IR dot technology, like REM pods that emit a small field of electromagnetic energy that you got to be 6 inches from to go off, like motion detectors, like flashlights. You see the flashlights in the background on the night that they were going
Static
nuts.
detector, too.
They were going nuts, okay? And then we have the spirit box talking, okay? It's giving intelligent responses to our questions. It's correcting us, okay? A ghost said 4, Brandon and I heard 4, we said 4, and the guy said, no, 5, losers. Like, there's no way for me to fake that. I'm sorry. And I'm a 46-year-old man with much better things to do.
Right.
I put a lot of time and work and energy into this, and when there's 5 different things going on at once and we're getting intelligent responses to those things, that is paranormal evidence. Okay, I understand being skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I always try to think of what it could normally be first.
But what would we gain from that? I mean, honestly, like,
Nothing.
we wouldn't
like-
gain anything.
we don't-
That's all I
We
do.
don't
When I
have
watch
time
the
for that.
shows, with my kids, I'm trying to debate it or trying to disprove
course.
it. What it could have been this, it could have been that. And some of
Of
our
course.
stuff, I'm still shocked by. And I've seen a million shows so,
Of course.
with evidence. And
We do this show for love of the paranormal, again, to help educate people about it, to entertain you, and to let you know that help is available. I don't get paid $1 to do this. Not one. I don't get paid $1 for my YouTube channel. I don't have 1 million subscribers. I'm never going to get 1 million subscribers.
Whoa.
Well, listen, I'm not out in the yard doing $10,000 challenges for, who can eat a bag of M&Ms the fastest while sitting in a pool while it floats on fire.
You just started mastering, well, not getting really good with computers. There's no way you guys look at the lady in white at Berry Hill Cemetery. And I know he's not that good with computers. There's no way you could have. You said it right at the same time.
You can be clear and fake
Explain
evidence,
that to
but
somebody.
we just don't. It's not what we're about. That's why we try to provide as many things, evidentiary-wise. We call it corroborating evidence, like the police. Okay, if you have the perpetrator's blood type, DNA, fingerprint, a picture of them on the video camera, and an eyewitness, that's corroborating evidence. We're trying to give you as much of that as possible so that you can feel confident that what you're watching is paranormal. Okay, we just do this for the love of the paranormal. Okay, I didn't have any interest in the paranormal until I lived in a haunted house and was tormented for 3 years. And then because I spent so much time trying to find answers for Marissa and I as to why that happened and what those things were doing there and why they were there, that we just kind of got a little obsessed about it. But
found some cool shows and started watching them.
Yeah, I started reading books, and it
ties into religion, and everybody has their little stories about it. So
of course, and then we developed our own theories based upon our research and experience, and we asked the spirits for the answers. We come up with a theory, and then we ask them, and if enough of them give the same answer, we roll with it, because it sounds good to us. We don't go off anybody else's ideas. I don't believe in the school of thought on hauntings is you have an intelligent haunting, which is a ghost that knows you're there and communicates with you, and a residual haunting, which is a ghost that doesn't know you're there. I don't believe in that. But every 99.9% of paranormal investigators will. I don't believe a ghost will float around and not know you're there. That's ridiculous. Okay? It's somebody who's stuck here, who didn't go into the light when they passed. They saw their own body. The light came for whatever reason. They stayed, unfinished business, a sudden death. They stayed to their kids, 1,000 other reasons. Okay, and they're an intelligent spirit who's suffering here on this plane. And unfortunately, if one of these spirits is in your home, they're drawing your energy and impressing that misery on you, whether you realize it or not. But the point is that I don't believe in residual hauntings. It's Relatively Paranormal. Is the name of the YouTube channel. But I do believe in what's called a ghost loop, though, because we've asked spirits this, that they do relive their death. I don't know how often. I don't know if it's just the anniversary. We haven't got that far.
Yes, several people have told us that.
We don't know if it's there once a day. I don't know if it's on that time.
That's real popular at Gettysburg, where the soldiers march.
Yeah, they relive their death, but the soldiers marching, I think, might think they're still in a war. I haven't really come to grips with that yet, but I think that
every spirit has said that they have risen above their body and saw their body.
You guys have tons of them.
Yes, a lot of spirits have told us that they have seen their body after they died. Like saw their body. It was just, okay.
I was just telling Marissa he's out 2 close now. But the point is that I believe that when they're reliving their death, they may not notice you're there or pay attention to you for that couple seconds or however long that is. But I don't believe that in anything is such a residual hauntings that seems so. But
I don't know.
anyway, so to rush things a little bit, let's move on to the next clip where you're going to get to see our SLS camera in action. It's my favorite piece of evidence. Because when it's mapping us, you can see our bodies, and there's no reason to map an empty room in the middle of the room on the bed. And what you're going to see with the spirit that's being mapped is it's sitting on the edge of the bed right across from us. And what you're going to see, it looks weird, but it's sitting on the bed with its feet on the ground and its elbows on its knees, like we are, like it's mimicking Marissa right across from her. It took me a while to realize why it looked all contorted. And that's what it's doing, and it's crazy. It's actually mimicking the way she's sitting. So if that's not intelligent, I don't know what is. That's our crazy cat, Sunny. I'd love to bring him on investigations. He's sensitive. So let's roll that clip with Mr. Edge of the Bed Ghost.
Scanning sound. Scanning.
Okay, there we go. That was
Oh, right there. Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Where is it?
It's at the edge of the bed.
It's right next to your leg. Oh, no, it was on the edge of the bed right next to me. Yeah, my...
Within a few minutes of turning on our SLS camera, which maps people and entities using infrared technology, we pick up an entity standing right behind me in between the two beds. We are wondering if this is the entity that had set off our motion detectors not long ago coming through the hotel room door. It was a really creepy experience, and it's about to get a whole heck of a lot of creepier in the next few minutes.
So is it Todd and Marissa?
Yes. Demon come, demon arrives.
Is that what that is?
Can you wave over there on the bed? You, can you wave? Can you wave? Can you wave?
It's got so many legs.
Can you shake my hand? Can you shake my hand as a sign of friendship?
Oh, it's shaking its hand.
Shake my hand? Can you shake my hand?
Yes.
My hand feels like cold. Thank you. It really shook my hand.
Yes.
My hand like actually felt cold.
Look at it's still doing, oh my god, look at it's reaching out. Look at right here, Todd. It reached out exactly. Hit your hand. It reached all the way out. It already shook your
Thank
hand. You got it.
Thank you.
Put your hand down.
What was that was? Thank you.
Look at your hand was right here, and it shot from here all the way here.
Really? My hand felt cold too.
Like this, we came all the way here.
Oh, it's got 4 limbs. It's just like it's... Yes, limbs, yeah. Who's laying on the bed?
It's almost like it's a blue. It's across our bed too.
What's it? Tim? Did you...
Oh, it's waving.
Tim? Is your name Tim? No? Oh
my god, wait, I just messed it up.
Stop saying Tim. I mean, stop saying demon. What is that? So look, I walked by it this way, it doesn't even go off.
Who's in the room with me?
Ghost.
Do you have a name?
Good talk, great. Thank you.
Yes. Do you need help?
They just told you to kill me.
No, they didn't.
Amazing about this interaction on the SLS camera is that most of the time when it maps an apparition, it's for seconds, not minutes, and we're going on 4 minutes here. What's also awesome is the fact that it looks to me as though the entity is sitting on the edge of the bed with his elbows on his knees, pretty much the same exact way as we've been sitting for most of the night. So essentially, the entity is mimicking us by sitting the same exact way, facing us almost in an intimidating way.
No, not dead? Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, it's climbing on your back. It's climbing on your back.
It is?
Yeah. It's climbing on your back.
Why are you...
Look.
Why are you right behind me?
See it?
Interrupt.
That's the bird.
Alice says interrupt. Okay.
Awesome stuff.
That was
I
good.
love the SLS camera. If you paid attention, he shot his arm out at me one time only. His arm came out, and it was when he went to shake my hand. Marissa was watching the screen. I wasn't, but you can see his arm shoot right out. And at that time, it felt like somebody put like a frozen baseball in my hand. Is what it felt like a
Baseball.
Ice cube.
yeah, like a block of ice. And you could see.
Oh, where are you at?
Oh, we were at the John Carver Inn, room 309. It's a notoriously haunted room. You can look it up online. There's some articles about it. It's in Plymouth.
Yeah.
It's right next to Burial Hill Cemetery,
right in front of it or behind it.
which is the three of our favorite place to go is the Burial Hill Cemetery by far. You walk into a place, it's where the pilgrims are buried. There's like 400 years of hauntings and dead people there and legends, and
Weird shows.
there's a tree in the middle of it where the pilgrims used to hang their criminals. The place is wild. But we're running short on time, so we're going to get right into the last clip. Now, I showed part of this a couple weeks ago. It was one of the most incredible encounters I've ever experienced in the years I've been doing this. And the SLS caught a demonic enemy standing right in front of me. You're going to watch this thing turning the lights on and off. It felt like something was right. I had shorts on. My legs from the knees down were frozen. Every hair on my leg was standing up. I'm not afraid of ghosts. But I'll tell you what, after like this thing went on for like 20 minutes. I'm not showing you a 20-minute clip, but it went on for like 20 minutes. It started to get a little freaky towards the end because it didn't move.
go anywhere.
And we're going to put it to you like this. If you've watched any other ghost show, SLS encounters normally last 10 seconds. Okay? These encounters we're having are lasting 10, 20 minutes with things that are clearly interacting and on the box saying they're interacting. Yes, it's me. Oh, yeah. He said he was holding my hand. He said it. So you saw the one time the thing shot out, I stuck my hand up to shake his hand, and then it said, I'm holding Todd's hand or something. I'm holding something like that. My limb or something. I don't know. But crazy stuff. So we're going to roll into the last clip. If you loved like that last one, you're going to love the next one. Out of control. It's a demon standing right in front of me. Those flashlights you saw, you're going to see it manipulating those things. The thing's huge. And it was a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. I can't believe that one hotel room could ever be so haunted.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, so let's roll into the last clip of the night. Standing directly in front of me, I could feel this huge entity's presence. My hair on my legs was standing straight up with the feeling of static electricity. They were frozen cold, as if I was standing in some unnatural, supernatural freezer. I couldn't believe what was happening, and the longer this encounter went on, the freakier it got. This entity did everything on command, including turning the flashlights on that were right in front of it, as you will see in this video. Absolutely incredible SLS footage.
Oh, hey there. Quickly. Did it start recording?
The battery load is 5%.
Okay, did it start recording?
I don't know.
When you hit the circle, did it turn into a square? Alright, so hit the arrow. Hit the arrow, and it should say video, picture, or something.
Oh, yeah.
Record. Quickly.
Time lapse.
What?
You want a time lapse on it?
No, just a regular picture. I mean, a regular video. Turn the lights on and off on the SLS. That is incredible, Mr. Look at that. Look at it.
Got it.
Sir, you're incredible. My legs are frozen right now. I swear to God.
Blackness.
Listen, my legs are freezing right now. It's right by my legs. I'm sorry, sir. You're right by my legs. Are you a man or a woman doing the flashlights? Listen, my legs are frozen. Yo, what? Ghost? But are you a man or a woman?
Lord.
What were you when you were alive? A what? Hey, make the static detector go off. Can you make the blue light go on over there between the flashlights again? That black box with the blue light? Okay, can you, oh, both flashlights now. Can you touch the box in between the flashlights with the blue light that you just made go on? It's got a long metal wire on it. A red wire. Touch that. Can Can you touch the red wire next to that flashlight? The box? This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen, Mister. Look at this.
I know, it is unbelievable. Oh shit, what I just did.
Why is it freezing again?
Every single time, like all, the same exact time. It looks like it's doing the same thing over and over again.
Hey, made the static go off. Thank you. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What? Thank you. Look at it. Thank you. This thing works now. Yeah, the first time it's gonna work. Thank you. It did it again. Look at the guy standing there.
Sls Camera on the full screen, you can really see this guy manipulating the objects on the table. As you can see, he just moved his arm in the upper right hand corner on the infrared screen and the flashlight turned on. On the big 3D screen, you can clearly see him moving his arms all over the place, manipulating the objects on the table. He just moved the static detector, both flashlights. He just turned on that flashlight up in the right hand corner. It's absolutely amazing to capture an SLS apparition for this long. Usually they last a few seconds. Here, it's been going on for minutes already. It's absolutely phenomenal. Marissa and I could not believe this was happening in front of our eyes.
This thing is like an inch in front of me, banging on the flashlights and the static detector. Two flashlights simultaneously. Sir, if your name is Brad, can you turn on both flashlights? Is your name Brad? Yes. It's what? I honestly can't believe this gentleman's manifesting like this entire time.
Oh, the lady. The lady.
Is that a lady? Stop doing what? I can't believe this. This is incredible. It's kind of freaky that it's right by my legs and shit. Okay, is it who's doing the flashlights, a man or a woman?
Man.
I said a man, right? Ghost? Okay, it's a man. Dangerous? What? A ghost? Okay. Sir, do you have a message for us? Oh my god. Did you hear that noise?
That noise? What was that?
Right next to the flashlight, I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was like a walk inside the thing.
No, he just made the noise. Did you just make that noise?
Demon.
He made the noise. You hit the plastic I've never seen an SLS manifestation go on this long.
Oh yeah, with no interruptions.
This is borderline, like what, 20 minutes, half an hour? My legs are... Rick! Oh my god. Rick! Thank you, sir. You're putting on quite the display. Thank you. Can you raise your hand in the air like this and wave it like you just don't care? Look, he raised his hand. Yeah, look at him.
Oh yeah, he was dancing too.
Oh, you dancing? Look, he's got both hands over his head. That is incredible.
Look at the move.
Can you dance? Can you dance, sir? Oh, ma'am? Whatever? Can you boogie? Oh, he's gone. And he's gone.
Oh, because you moved it too far.
No, I didn't. That was incredible. That's what I'm talking about. That's proof.
That's right. To me, that's proof. That's proof. An SLS manifestation, you could see him turning on the flashlights. We had a little static detector. It's this little box with an antenna. All it does is detect static. It's right between the flashlights. It's hard to see on the TV, but it was going on and off, and that thing hardly ever goes off. And it was just incredible. We kind of figured it was a demon because it was the size of the mattress. I mean, but we were having fun with him at the end because he'd been yelling at us all night. So when he started, it looked like he was dancing. I'm sure the demon wasn't dancing, but we had to have fun with it. It was at like 2:48, 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah,
like it was a little creepy, but we had to have some fun with it. But that you could see how excited I was. It was really probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, and because I could feel the things right there. Like, it's hard to explain unless you've experienced it, but I could feel this thing's energy like radiating on my legs, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But he's certainly like, hey, as much as he was yelling at us and saying "not for you" and "F you, Todd," and wanting to kill me and everything, he complied with a lot of our requests about turning the flashlights on and stuff like that. And you could certainly see him do it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Moving his hands, and he was getting it done, man. He was getting it done. So it was a really, really, really awesome experience for us.
That was a great investigation. I like that.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun just for one hotel room. Again, our methods that we use work. They just work. And we get the interaction that I've yet to see on any other TV show. You know, not doing our own one, but
that much evidence at the time.
It takes me, with the spirit box going, the vortex box going, it takes me 3 hours to do about 15 minutes worth of video, because I'll end up, I kid you not, with 100+ subtitles because they don't stop talking.
If you put all of the evidence in, this show would be like 12 hours long.
I could honestly use almost every minute of an investigation, except for the static camera. When we weren't there, I had nothing on it. That was it. But you know, I digress. Listen, we're thrilled. I don't know what I would do if there was no activity. I probably would have quit paranormal investigating.
You'd be saying, "Hello, are you there?"
Was that you? Sir, I heard you were seen in the chair over there. You know, and then the apparition sits there and he wants him to do it again. Could you do it again, please?
Well, it's 7:15. So.
Yeah, it's 7:15. But again, before we go, again, if you're experiencing any sort of paranormal activity, you need us to validate the haunting. You would like your home cleansed of an entity. Once we validate it, you want to find out who's there, why they're there, what they want, what type of entity is there. Please, you can reach us through our email, relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. You can reach us through our website, relativelyparanormal.com. This is the littlest ghost hunter, Julia. She's 7. She's dying for the day when she can join us. I kid you not. This kid knows more about the paranormal than probably most paranormal investigators on TV. Relativelyparanormal.com. We also have great video clips on there. Lots of information about our team. We were in the Standard Times recently. There's a great article about us on that. So you can check that out. And there's a booking form at the end. And again, we have a public Facebook group that we share stuff on all the time. Different things that are coming up, investigations. It's Relatively Paranormal. We keep it real simple. It's all Relatively Paranormal. And then our awesome YouTube channel, Relatively Paranormal. Again, keep it simple. We put our best evidence clip on there, full investigation videos. There's absolutely tons and tons of videos. All we ask, you know, you can watch for free. Please just click the subscribe button. If you want notifications, click the bell. If you don't want to be bothered, then don't click the bell.
And you've got like 1 million friends, ask them to click it too.
Yeah. We just want to be able to, yeah, there we go. We just want to be able to go to more places, more haunted locations, get better equipment. That's all we really want, so we can bring better and better evidence to you guys, because that's one of the main reasons why we do this. We want answers for ourselves, and we want to entertain and educate you guys, because this stuff is real, man. It's real. It is real. I kid you not, it's real. Listen, you don't think it's real? I'll take you out someplace anytime you want. You can bring your own flashlight even, because we use those flashlights all the time. I had somebody ask me if it was fake once. Bring your own flashlight. It's just a mag light, a mini mag light. Okay, you want to go investigate? Marissa and I started off with a cell phone, a mini mag light, and an EMF detector going around the graveyards years ago, and that's all we had. A cell phone camera, okay, a mini mag light, and an EMF detector. So we spent a total of $20 and went around investigating. Okay, when Brandon started investigating us, we didn't have a lot of stuff then either. You have to spend $1 million to go out there. I have wild evidence that if you look on, so I put up some of our older investigations on YouTube just for a goof, and you'll see some of that. And the video is not that great, but we caught some wild stuff back in the day.
Turning.
Yeah.
Right. So
EMF answering questions, you know, the spirit box, that spirit box took me years to research and develop and make, and unfortunately I'm not going to give the recipe for it, but you know, you don't have to have that. You can have a conversation with a ghost with the flashlight like we do every time. Like we do every time. We make contact, we get answers. So I want to thank everybody so much for joining us tonight. I always have fun. You guys have fun?
a lot of fun.
A blast.
You have
Yeah.
fun?
Me too. You too.
All right, next week we'll be sharing clips, interviews, everything from the USS Salem. It's going to be awesome.
USS Salem.
Coming soon.
Okay, so next Friday, we hope you join us. We may be sharing some live stuff on Facebook tomorrow
Yeah.
from the Salem. So if we do, we'll put a notification on the Bedford Guide, and you'll be able to join in for that. And we'll see if we can do that for you. We may even bring you guys in on some live investigations soon too. So
Help Marissa find the bird.
I know not everybody can get out. Not everybody can get out there to investigate. So if we can bring you in on investigation with us, please. So Julia, big wave for everybody.
We'll see you next Friday.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.